Hi everybody, it's Teresa with Wreath Addiction RN. It's been a long time since I've been on for a live. I've worked on a few things. I've gotten a few done. I've posted them on my page. Most of them have sold, to be honest with you. So right now I only have 2 that are not sold yet, and that's this one right here. And I'm getting ready to find a Easter sign to put on that one. And then the one right behind me, I don't know if you can actually see it very well. I'll have to pull it out and let you see it. I didn't make this one on a live, I just whipped this one up. So, it says "Be Mine." I think it's adorable. It's got the black and white bow with some red and white, and then the hearts. So, it's got the "Be Mine" sign. Pretty thick. It's made on a 14-inch frame. And then the one that I'm making, those are the only ones I have left to sell. So, and this is what I'm making today. I'm going to finish up. So I put, I got this off of, I think it was Southern Girl, I don't remember, but she did 2 candy cane wreaths, put them together. So this is what it looks like this. Let me show you. I got one that doesn't have anything on it. So I had my husband put him to work over the weekend, last weekend while it snowed. So I had him wire tie them together. So I got this one that I don't know what I'm going to do with yet. But this one, I'm going to continue the mesh all the way around to this side here. And I haven't decided if I'm going to go up one more or not, but this is the sign. So I glued, actually my husband did that for me too. He glued all the hearts together so that this could go and sit in here. So I've never done one that's not had mesh behind the sign. So we'll see how that's going to look. So I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, that's what this is going to look like. So it'll be different. So anyway, I may put a bow on this. Again, I may not. Just depends on how it looks. So I am using actually all Dollar Tree mesh. I am not using all Dollar Tree ribbon. I've got 2 different kinds of ribbon and then one without ribbon at all. So I have the red ribbon, and then I have this one. These are all made up already. So I have this one with the white with the hearts on it, and then I have the plain. So it's going to be every other one. One ribbon, one plain, and then the other ribbon, and then a plain. So, and I got quite a few, and then I get down, and this is pretty much what I have left. So I realized that I needed to whip up some more. So I decided to go ahead and do a live, and see what. Just sit here and chit chat with you for a few moments and work on this. So I'm still working on how to maneuver my Mevo and my lives. So bear with me. See if I can find myself. Thanks for watching. Again, my name is Teresa with Wreath Addiction RN. Like I said, still learning how to work, how to find myself on here. I'm on my right page. I haven't been on some of my groups, so I think there I am. Maybe. Let's see. Trying to refresh my page. So anyway, thanks for watching. I really can't see who you are yet because I can't see any names on here. But I appreciate it. If you'd like my page, share my live video. I greatly appreciate that. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Maybe I can find me under me. I'm finding everybody else's lives. That's always fun. So So anyway, so I'm off. I was off yesterday and today. Yesterday my husband was homesick. It was not a good day. And hi Doris, I see that one. I see that comment. I can't find myself on my page. There I am live. That's where I have to find me. Oh, there I am. I'll figure it out someday. Facebook is probably the simplest thing for some people, and it's the hardest thing for me. But I should give you all hope. I was thinking about that actually the other night, how I always get on my lives and I kind of feel like I look pretty prepared and thought out, but really I'm not. So I thought maybe I should just get on a live and let you see exactly how unprepared sometimes that I am, or how sometimes my projects are not totally to fruition, I can't even say that word, but like I have some ideas in my mind, but I don't have exactly what ribbons I want or what sign I want to use, just like that there. Actually, I made that, to be very honest with you, I made that like last summer, on the summer months when it was like raining, I couldn't get outside, so I just decided I was going to come down here and make a wreath, and that was really before I decided to make this a business, and I thought, oh, I'll just make a spring wreath, what the heck. I never posted it, didn't try to sell it, so then I pull it out a couple weeks ago, and I decided, now that I've been taking some courses and things like that, that I really needed to add some black and white. So I pulled the bow off, made some black and white, stuck it on there, put it back on, and so I decided that that made it better. So I thought it was pretty good. So let's see if I can get that on here. Let me move this. So I think I figured it out now. Hey Doris, thanks for watching. So anyway, so I'm just making these, like I said, this is Dollar Tree mesh. I cut this at 6 inches. Some people do 6, some people do 8. Some people just don't even measure, they just roll it and cut it where they feel. That's the one lady that I watched do this, knew how to put the wreath form together. That's what she did. I'm not good at that. I like to measure my things out. I know when I watch Lori, she doesn't measure her poofs. I measure my poofs. I'm a little anal, and I'm sure Lori's probably getting a little tired of me sending her messages. Where's that video at on how we did that? Because there's another method, the poof curl method, that I like to give a try. Because I have a lot of mesh, 21-inch mesh, left from last spring. And there's just, you know, maybe a fourth of a roll left or whatever. So I'm going to try and do a poof curl with 4 different colors and see how that works. So that's one thing that I'm going to play around with. And that's me. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable about playing around with that stuff on a live. So I don't know. I want to work up the nerve to do it, but I don't know if I will. So, but I really do enjoy coming down here and just relaxing and dreaming of how to make these wire wreaths look good and create for the holidays. And I've got several ideas on what to do for just you know, everyday wreaths. I mean, I know there's a lot of holidays that, you know, we do this, you know, make wreaths for, but there are people, I mean, wreaths are good for just hanging on your indoor wall. They don't have to be just for your front door. They don't have to be just for the holidays. If you get something to match your decor or something that you're passionate about, you know, quotes and sayings, you know, biblical sayings are always really good to have on a wreath, and a grapevine wreath or a greenery wreath or mesh wreath that just hangs in your house every day. And it adds something to your decor. I've been watching some videos on, you know, the greenery and working with florals and things. That's definitely another step out of the comfort zone. So I'm going to keep working on mesh and adding some florals into my designs. Still trying to look through and figure out where to get my signs from. I'm hoping that we're going to get something figured out soon, probably in the spring. It's really been bad weather here. We're expecting some more ice and snow, I do believe, not supposed to accumulate like it did last weekend. I think last week we got maybe 12 inches of snow, I think, somewhere in there. We're supposed to get 4 to 6 by this weekend's over, and I'm just happy I'm not on call, and I'm off again on Monday, so I'm pretty excited about that. So I plan on doing some wreathing again tomorrow. Hi Susan, thanks for joining. If you like my page and share my video, I'd greatly appreciate it. I know it's kind of early. I just don't know what tonight's going to hold. I'd probably be down here, but my husband may be down here with me working on some things. He doesn't really too excited about me being on a live while he's down here. So I decided to go on a live before he even gets home from work. But tomorrow he's working again tomorrow, so because he was off sick yesterday. So I'm gonna come down here. Sometimes I feel like I get lost in just trying to straighten this room up, and I don't know, I watched Crazy Maisie said she always cleans up at the end of hers, and I thought, you know, which I wasn't even on a live whenever I worked on this stuff this past weekend, and I'm like, you know, there's something to be said for cleaning up your space. Hi Annie, how are you? Thanks for joining. Please like my page and share my video. That'd be great. I appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing when Lori's going to be on again. I'm kind of out of the loop. When you're getting ready to go on vacation in my job, you have to make sure, and I'm hoping that everything is tidied up, loose ends, you know, making sure my patients meds are there. So I didn't do a whole lot this week but work, so just to be ready. So I'm going to have to cut some more of this, so I have it on there. I just didn't know how much I was going to need. It's not too much more, but if I have a few extra, I don't really worry about it. I'll just save it and use it for another one, or keep it until next year. I don't get too worried about, especially with this mesh, because I don't use it for a lot of other things, the Dollar Tree mesh. I just use it for, I use curls, or I do the sunburst method with all of this. So it's not like I would be using it for another wreath, and I don't want to have it tied up in something. So anyway, my ribbon, I think I cut it at 8, and my mesh is at 6, so that it would kind of stick out. Thank you, Susan, for sharing my page. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I tell you, some days it's I just have to come down here and just make a wreath, because sometimes when I think of all the business things that I need to get doing and work on, I get overwhelmed. But you know, I really do. I'm very fortunate. I have a very good clientele right here near me, and I'm very fortunate, and I appreciate all of them. I sent this lady, she told me she wanted a Valentine's and an Easter wreath. So I worked on some stuff, and I sent her pictures. I sent her pictures, and I sent her 5 pictures, and she wanted all but one of them. And the one that she didn't want was a Let It Snow wreath. So I mean, I'm just really fortunate. So that's why I said I have 2 Let It Snows upstairs yet. And I'm not too worried if they sell, although we've been getting plenty of snow, so I might post them again. But you know, I can always bring those out earlier in the season next year. I didn't make those until after Christmas or right at Christmas, and sometimes I think people are already starting to be done with, you know, they want snow for Christmas, but they really don't think about snow after Christmas. So hi Bonnie, thanks for joining. Thanks for stopping by. I always want to think of a name for my room, like Casey's got the the candy shop, and Brenda from Busy Bee Creations, she has the beehive. Welcome to the hive, and I don't know. With me being an RN, I'm not so sure. You know, welcome to the ER. I'm not sure. Wreath ER. So anyway, I don't know, but I need a name for my room. So anyway, so Bonnie, where are you from? And where's everybody from? Is anybody else going to be getting? I don't see a Cheryl, but hi Cheryl. I'm sorry if I didn't see your name. I live in Illinois. I live in Benilde, Illinois, and like I said, we're going to be getting some bad weather again. So I use my Bodabra to hold my curls. I use it to hold my, when I do the sunburst too. So did I miss something? Oh, there's Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. Thanks for joining. So, just gonna finish up this wreath. I was really excited about doing this new. This is 2 candy cane wreaths here. Here's the one that I've already got started, and then this is what it looks like before. So, this would be really cool. I mean, I had thought about doing something a long ways. I don't know. I wanted to just kind of see how it looked on my door, so I was actually going to go upstairs and just hang it on the door and see if it was too wide. But how much does it measure if you were going to do that? Really not any wider than a round one. It's 25, so it's just not round. So it's not really any wider. Be kind of cool. You're expecting 9 to 18. Oh my goodness, and you're in New York. Aha. So we're in Illinois. We're getting 4 to 6 this weekend, but we got 12 last weekend. So, and you know, I mean, I guess I'm glad that it's happening on the weekend because I sure don't want to be driving in it. You know, we still have to take care of our patients, and then when we do have to, we have taken off. We closed early last Friday, a week ago today, because of all the expected snow. And you know, we go to some rural areas, but I really, and we do a good job of taking care of our patients. Sometimes I just feel guilty because, you know, they need us, you know, so, but we're always there by phone. Just because we close early doesn't mean our on-call isn't there, and we're available until 5 o'clock, the regular nurse, and then the on-call nurse picks up, so. Yeah, the ice is supposed to get bad. Oh no, is he okay? Yeah, I worry about that too because I can't afford to have anything broken. Cannot afford to have anything broken. So I'm going to will out just a few of these that aren't going to have any ribbon on them. Probably maybe 4. We'll see. So one thing, if you run out, you can always do more as long as you got more mesh. And this mesh holder my son made me, but they do have a mesh roller. It's from Susie's, I can't remember the last name, but it's very nice. I just did this, my son made this for me before I really got into the business part of this, so I was just like, I need something to keep my mesh off the floor. So he just whipped this up for me, and it works for me for now. But if I didn't have him that had already bought this, or made this for me, I would be ordering that one, that's for sure. And I need to get my perfect tails. That is on my list of things to do. And that's the other thing, you know, there's so many things that we need to do. Like, I love to just sit here and make wreaths, but then there's things I need to get online and look at signs and look at mesh and ribbon. Always need ribbon. And I went to every store I can possibly go to in my area, and they just have all the same ribbon. So I want some different ribbon. So I've been on Kali's site, I've been on Scott's, and Deco Exchange. I did finally get my order for Deco Exchange yesterday. I'll go through that with you. There's not a lot there, but I got some more ribbon. I got a couple of wreath forms that I don't normally use. So we'll go through that in a little bit, and you'll be able to see. Hi everybody, thanks. Hi Jim, can you tell your son to get back to work? Oh, Tristan's a hopeless case, honey. Don't you know? You've worked with him long enough. Tell my husband I'm on a live. He's never even watched my lives. He's always watched them after the replay. So, you were an RN for 30 years. I specialize in hospice nursing. Is what I do. I'm a hospice nurse. So, actually, I I had some testing done today. You know, after you hit 50, they like for you to do all that fun stuff. So I have I'm 54, so I had my very first colonoscopy today. So I went back to the place where I was where I first practiced as an RN. I'm old, I'm 54, but I have not been a nurse for all that long. My mom got ill it's probably been 15 years ago. She was diagnosed with COPD, so I took care of her, and I was a teacher's aide. And then she got sick, really sick, in the summer of 2008. So I have the best brothers ever. We didn't want to put our mom, she's the only parent we had left for a very long time. Our dad died very young. And so anyway, so they paid me to stay home and take care of my mom. So, and that was, I did good because I love her and because I knew nothing. I knew nothing how to take care of a person at home. But I had this wonderful lady who loved my mother and did a lot of rehab with her, and she came over and showed me how to turn in position and do things that, you know, as somebody who had CNA experience would know what to do. But I did it. So, and then anyway, after my mom passed in 2008, I went back to school, or I went to school to be a CNA, and then I decided that I wanted to take care of patients myself as a nurse, so I went on to get my LPN and then my RN. I've been an RN since 2014, so not very long, but I love it. I love being a nurse, and I love being a hospice nurse. So, hi, Tristan. Jimmy wants you to get back to work. So, anyway, help your father sell a car, dear. Anyway, thanks, guys, for watching. So, Tristan is my son that is supposed to be helping me make some signs, and I'm needing some. We need to talk. But anyway, so what kind of nursing did you do for 30 years? You know, it is, I had a family ask me just the other day, why do you do this? And I mean, sometimes I feel like they feel like that's the only job I could get. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. I love what I do. I think it's hard to explain why we like it, you know. I mean, it's more than just caring of the patient. We're caring their families. So I just asked him. I said, well, did you think I did a good job? You know, do you think was good at what I needed to do for your loved one? And he said yes. And I said, well, that's why I do it. You know, so I mean, that's the thing. You just, you know, death is a part of life. And I think that the education that I've gotten from my company and the nurses that I work with have helped me be able to help people through the hardest part of their life and their family's life, their loved one's life, to embrace death and not be afraid of it, you know, to enjoy the time you have left with your loved one. So it's not going to happen. He's not going to sell a car today. Is that what you're telling me? Or the signs aren't going to happen? Anyway, well, maybe you can sell one tomorrow. Anyway, so, but this is a great release. I love making wreaths. Like I said, I started this last December because I wanted one, and I watched a video, and it was Lori and several others, but then I went back to Lori multiple times, and this one's got some fuzzies on it. So anyway, and I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, you know. This is, sometimes the haggard look looks good, you know, on these wreaths. So don't worry if it's fraying. That's what mesh does, it frays. You're on your popcorn break. Well, good for you. Alright, so let's see where we're at here with this thing. So zoom in maybe. I'm going to practice with this Mevo and see. You're not going to see my face. So this one doesn't have one, and then we're going to have one with the hearts on it, and then we're going to have a plain one. Excuse me. I think it takes like 6 or 8, depending upon. And I bring them around and I just pull them as tight as I can and just twist them. just twist them. And then we're going to put one with the red. Bring a couple of these over here. And I kind of mess with the ribbon a little bit. Yeah, Lori is wonderful, isn't she? I just feel like I really wanted to take some time while I was off, but I always feel bad. I don't want to monopolize her time, but I really just wanted to call her and talk with her about all my questions, because on our Zoom calls sometimes we all have so many things. I think she just can't, you know, it's just too much sometimes to get all your questions answered. So, okay, so the wreath form is 2 candy cane wreaths. 2 candy cane wreaths. I don't know if you could see. Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. 2 candy cane wreaths. So here's where the, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more maybe so you can see. So here's the zip ties. This is 1 candy cane, and then here's the other. So it's 2 candy canes. So I think you can do a lot of different things with it. Do you see? Hi Dawn, thanks for joining. So anyway, so that's where I got it. I'm going to spread this out just a little bit so you can see. Did you get that? Because I'll show it again if you need me to. So, yeah, I love Lori. I love everybody in the group too. Everybody's so helpful and they want to help you. You know, I mean, it is a great community. It's not too many, you know, it's like my husband's job, you know, they're really not going to send you down the street to a different car dealership, you know what I mean? Or they're not going to tell you to get on their website and go look, you know, where we share our websites and things like that. So, and, you know, that's kind of the way some businesses are. But in our community, you know, there's enough to go around, and we all have different tastes, and we all have different formats and methods. And even though we use the same method, sometimes our stuff still doesn't turn out the same, and we're all individuals, and that's why. So that's exactly why. So I'm going to take that sign and cut off some of the things on it. But this is not my idea for the wreath form. I got this off of YouTube. I think it was Southern something. You can never really see her face. She always has her camera zoomed right in on her hand, so I don't really ever see her face. But she does a lot of Dollar Tree things, and she's the one that did this, and I thought, oh, I have a ton of those forms. So I just did get notification today, too, that my heart wreath forms are in. So I'm almost done actually making Valentine stuff, so they'll be there for next year. So, oh, thank you, Wendy. Thanks for joining. Please like and share my page. I greatly appreciate it. Share my video. I haven't been on in a while, so I think Facebook probably thinks I'm not in business anymore. Sorry. Hoping I'm not making you all dizzy. One of these a little closer. I need to just get those a little closer, so I'm going to add some. So I'm adding, let me see here if you can see if I need to spread it out. So we glue these together, and I'm going to put some staples in there. This glue is not holding now, so I'm going to have to fix that. But anyway, this is going to be on here. I haven't decided. I don't know. I wanted to just put it on here like so, but I've never done that before, and I don't know how well that's going to work. So we'll see if I can get the staples. But I kind of like that look. Then it's kind of in around the mesh. So I may have to staple those somehow because the glue's not really holding that well. What do you think? Everybody see? Full picture. Sorry. Of course the tag's going to be gone. So, did everybody see? It's almost done, actually. I just need to, I was working up here at the top, so add some more. We have to get some more of that glue. I don't know what we're going to do. Just talk to the husband about that. Sometimes it's heavy, so we may have to glue it again. So, thank you, Dawn. I appreciate it. It's not my idea. I mean, I created the sign part. That was my idea, but I'm sure somebody else has done it. I seem to find that that happens. So I'm trying to find some signs or have some signs made that are my own thoughts to make it more personalized. But you know, even though someone else use the same sign, I find that they don't ever look the same. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate it. So they never look the same anyway. What's everybody else working on? Anything special? I do need to do like a, that's all right, Judy, thanks for joining. These are 2 candy cane wreaths joined together, and I'm going to put a sign on it. And I'm using mesh from the Dollar Tree, and they're cut at 6 inches. And there's bundles of red, white, and pink. And then I have 2 different ribbons, and then 1 bundle has no ribbons. So it's every other one. So, but like I said, the form idea was not mine. I took it from the Southern gal, I think. I don't know why I don't know her name. I need to write down more names because I forget. But I watch a lot of, and which I'm sure a lot of people do, I watch a lot of YouTube videos. So and then I just decide I have to make 1 shamrock for St. Patrick's Day. I really think that's probably going to be it. I just worry that it's just not going to be full enough. I need to probably go and plug in my glue gun. So I have lots of different things I can add to this. I have some hearts I can put on it. Sometimes I think simple is good too. I don't know what you guys think. Southern sunny California, probably. You know, we're getting ready to have snow over here, so I wish I was in California. It's pretty cold. It's supposed to be down in the really bad temperatures the next few days here in Illinois. So I hear my dog's going crazy. Anyway, so I have a few things left. We'll see. If I don't like it, then maybe I'll fill in more and then do that. So, hi Missouri, are you supposed to be getting some bad weather too? Because we are. I think you're a little less, maybe 3 to 6 inches. We're 4 to 6 inches. So anyway, when I did these, I did them on the 2 center rings, and you just kind of trim up some of the spots. Might be sticking out. Like I said, this is mesh. People are expecting it to fray. As long as it doesn't fray and fall apart, it's okay. You know, so this is just the material that it is. So, thanks Wendy for sharing, I appreciate it. So is everybody making Valentines, or are they making some, hi dear, thanks for joining. Are they making some Easter wreaths? Are they making some Valentines? I'm getting ready to make an Easter one. I said I'm looking for a sign. Let's see. So this came apart, dear. I don't think my glue gun's ready. Hi Emma, thanks for joining. Please like and share my page, I'd appreciate it. Teresa, Wreath Addiction RN. So anyway, let me move this stuff out of the way and I can show you. I have containers everywhere. These containers have a list. This one broke. So my Deco exchange order came in. This is stuff that I bought last year for St. Pat's Day. This is my Dollar Tree stuff that I just bought the other day. Anyway, I don't normally do wreath forms. So I got an orange and a purple. Those would be for Easter. So I got those. And then I got this. I thought I would use this for probably maybe St. Pat's. Not really decided. And then this more iridescent. I don't know what color they call this. What color do they call this one? Hot pink with silver. So I thought that was really pretty. And then I got this one. I figured if I didn't use this for like an Easter one, I could always use it even for Halloween. So it's got the orange, green, orange, yellow. And then I got some more ribbon. I got, yes, it is the one. So, this is the truck ribbon. I don't know if you can see it. It's so cute. And then I got jelly bean. I'm like super excited to use this for Easter. Jelly bean. All this came from Deco Exchange. Let's see. I just need to order some more black and white because I find that I'm starting to like that. So anyway, so I got 2 of the red and white because I'm going to do a lot of patriotic, I know, because my sons are in the military, and that's what I do. So anyway, my son just told me the other day he's going to be shipping out in next January, so I'm like, oh, great. As long as he doesn't go to a war zone, I'm okay. So this, I've never had this one before. I thought, well, maybe that would be, you know, something different to make a ribbon, or, you know, just extra. So it's the pink, yellow, and blue. So never had this one before. It's more like the mesh ribbon. So, and that's it for the Deco Exchange order. So this year, last year at probably Joann's or Michael's, kind of looks like, I don't know, Joann's maybe, but anyway, these were on clearance, so I got these. And I have some Irish, you know, the shamrock ribbon, and so I got those. And then I picked out this one. I got this at the Dollar General store. I'll show you that in a minute. And so then I picked out some other, I thought maybe even putting some bells on the one for the door. I thought, oh, that'd be kind of neat, you know. So I might add some bells to the one I'm making. And then I haven't decided if we're gonna, I could do one with this method with the candy canes and then glue these together on the side. I thought that would be cute. Got that from Dollar Tree. And then here's one with a bunch of shamrocks on it. Could do the same thing, or on a round one, whichever. Or use some, not all, whichever. It says welcome on it. And then I got some shamrocks. Boy, the glitter's falling right now. And then I don't know if I'll use this for, but it was with the St. Patrick's Day stuff. But it's more like a I don't even know what they call it. This decorative ribbon. It's not wired, but I thought, oh, that would be pretty, especially if you're doing something with burlap. That would be cute. And then I got some Valentine's small ribbon that maybe I will use in this. Maybe I'll loop some of this around in there. I haven't decided. So, and this would be good instead of even using the 1.5 inch with your bundles. You could put this in there, you know, because it's really hard to see the 1.5 inch ribbon anyway. So if you took that out and just put one of those in there, I mean, that's another option that you have, and maybe something I might do for another Valentine's, because I have some other Valentine signs and things to do. So anyway, so that's an option too. They didn't have that Valentine, the small ribbon, whenever I was there, so I thought that one was cute. It's got the arrows and the hearts. I don't know if you can see it very well. So anyway, so that's all my good stuff. So, and I looked at some more ribbon. I just don't want to order stuff that I already have. I want, you know, different things, but you know, you do need to order like 2. Usually I try and do 2 of each, just because if you're going to use it, you want to make sure you have plenty for your wreath. So, and then sometimes I get stuck. When I find one ribbon I like, that's the one I want to use all the time. So, So Valentines, did anybody make their own Valentine signs, or did you order some, or what did you do for your signs for Valentines? I also like to go to Old Time Pottery. They've got some really cute, in fact I got some pecan. I haven't decided, do I want to use this for Valentine's, or do I want to use this for Easter? You know, the dilemmas, right? The dilemmas that we have. So I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll just go buy some more and make one for each, right? So, you know, it's so hard. But anyway, when I was talking about signs that you could hang all year, I'm trying to find what I would need to spray on the signs in order to keep them protected, you know, from the winter weather or from weathering. But I found this at Dollar General, and it's just Blessed and Grateful. And this would be darling on, you know, like a fall colored, you know, or even if you got some of the lighter blue. I mean, it would just, there's a lot of things that you could do with this that could be out all year long. So, it'd be something that you can hang in your dining room, could be in a little hallway. You know, there's so many options that you have. You can find some signs that aren't really seasonal. And, you know, because I know we make a lot of signs and we sell a lot of signs for the holidays, but I think people would buy stuff for the other times of the year also. So, okay, let's see. So anyway, let me see what we got here. Oh, really? Did you? I know. I mean, the one thing, I like Old Time Pottery, but one thing is that they never have any sales usually. So you just get what you get, you know. So, let's see if that's gonna stay. I don't know. So anyway, I need to put some. Might need to put some weight on that so it'll hold, because that's kind of like in a heavy spot, I guess, dear. So I'm going to stick it over here underneath something. Put some weight on it. You have to be adaptable, right? You have to think. Sorry guys, I'll be right back. Anyway, sorry everybody. I watch other people that do that and I'm like, oh my, they just left their camera. So, anyway. Alrighty, so the one thing that I was going to do, and I use a different wreath form when I do the poof curl method. Normally I make my wreath forms, I got that from Brenda from Busy Bee Custom Creations, and I like the way they're set up. So when I told you I was going to do something that was with the leftover mesh, so this is some leftover mesh I had from last year. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. So what kind of, did you get Valentine stuff from Old Time Pottery, or did you get just general stuff? What'd you get from there? I like to get burlap from there. I love, they have, that's really the one place that I can find fabric mesh. I like their fabric mesh, and they usually have a good variety of colors from there. So if it's not bad weather, I'm hoping that we're going to get out sometime this weekend. We have to get to the eye doctor and pick up some glasses eventually, but we'll see. So, is anybody else going to be going live this weekend or tonight? the one thing I'm going to have him adjust on that is making an angle so I can get him in and out. So live and learn, right? So anyway, I'm going to straighten this out so I have a flat edge. You just have to use whatever craft items that you have to help hold your mess nice and still, even though it's on the mesh roller. So I'm gonna just make this a nice straight line, and I think I need a new cutter. Even though I just bought this one, I don't like it. So if anybody has a really good cutter that they like, send me the link, because I do not like mine. You forgot Easter ribbon. Oh, a beach wreath. That would be great. And they have some really cute beach signs too, don't they? So this is probably not something, I know in the past when I've done this poof curl, I think we did it at 11. And I don't know if I want to do that or if I want to do the way Lori showed. So let me take this off again and just show you the way Lori had showed us. I don't know if I want it because I don't know how, I know I'm not making a lot of sense, I'm sorry. But I want to rotate my colors. So this method would be really good, especially if you're going to use one color. So basically she just rolled this on here. And again, this mesh is just, you know, kind of cattywampus, even though I cut it straight. So she did this and she rolled it. I do believe she did 3 times. Did anybody watch? Not forgot. Good. That's good. Good. You got some Easter ribbon. I haven't been there, so they didn't have any Easter ribbon out last time I was there. So they have Easter ribbon at Old Time Pottery right now. Stripes. Oh, good. I'm still not good at this. I thought maybe this might make me better at this method. But Lori, I don't think I am. See, this is what I mean. Anybody can do this. It's trial and error. There are no rules, but you just, you know, you do like to have your stuff straight, even though I cut that at a nice straight. Mesh is just not wanting to work with me. Maybe I need to put something on here to hold it down. Anybody have any suggestions? I'm open for suggestions, people. So. Sometimes I feel like I'm sitting crooked too. It's amazing that I cut that nice and straight and it still does not look nice and straight. So let me see if I can just get the ends good. So I'm pretty sure she did it 3 times. I don't know. I'm not sure. I know this may seem weird to you guys, but sometimes I write notes down in this book. Poof curl. 11 inches. So I'm going to try that first. So I thought it was 11 inches. I'm going to try that, and then I'm going to roll them. That way I can pick my colors. I can kind of do them all together, and then just rotate my colors and then roll them as I find them. Amazing. So like that's still not even straight, and I did that. Sometimes it's aggravating because I try. You think she cut them into 10 inches? Okay. I think one time she did, and she does different ones for different wreaths too. So I have my notes there from 11 inches, but yeah, 10 or 11 is probably very right. So, but I like that method. I mean, I think it's a great way to use up some of your mesh for sure. But I'm not very good at it. So let me pull that wreath form out. Where did I put it? Hang on 1 second. Sorry. So, and that would be a great method that I would use for, and maybe I will, I don't know, I have another one or two of those, for an already made wreath form. So if you're going to make your own though, and you can, you just take your pipe cleaners, you put it on there, and then you drape them over, and then you go to the, and where it ends, that's where you put the next one, so that you're getting good coverage, okay? So, and they can overlap a little bit because you want them to have, some good coverage. So, bubble method I have. Sometimes it looks good, sometimes it doesn't. Just depends on, if you don't want, like if you're just wanting to put a bow on it, it's good. But bubble method's really not good for to put ribbon in between because it's so compact. But I think it works really good with the bubble method when you have like a multicolored mesh, or like that green and yellow that I just showed you. That would be a great one for that. And then because I think Lori's done the bubble method. I know I've watched the bubble method from Kat, she's from in California. She's done the bubble method before. Somebody else I've watched on a video that's done the bubble method. But it's a good way, and if you do have, one thing I can say about that is if you have the same color mesh, and you're not going to be able to get like it spread out if you have the same color mesh, or if you have two that's like will be complementary to each other, you could definitely use leftover mesh on that method too, because that's one thing that one lady did. She had two of the same mesh, but not enough on each roll, so she just used the bubble method and just did as much as she could, and then she went and got the other roll out and finished. So that's one way to use up your mesh, and I'm sure that all of us are trying to figure out ways to use up our mesh. So I think I'm going to go $11, I think. 11 is 21. So let's try it. I mean, it's leftover mesh. It's not a big deal. No, 22, I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 22. I mean, it's just sitting back there in that box. It's not like I'm ruining a whole roll of mesh trying to figure it out. So it's been sitting back there since last spring. So you take it and you just roll it. I'm hoping that it works. Please, Lori, let your method work for me. Hopefully I'll perfect it maybe. I just am not good with long mesh doing this. Has anybody else perfected this method? So let's see. Hers looked a lot tighter. And maybe I'm too particular. Alright. So I really don't know how she got the thing out of there. So we'll see. So the one video I watched her do, so anyway, so you're going to take this and you want to make sure your openings to the back, I do remember that. And this mesh is really free. And this is probably Walmart mesh, so that's probably why it's not as good. Maybe would be better if I used a different brand. Let me just pull it. So, I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I'm not really good at that method, but I'm going to have, I know at least Lori always does 3 layers. I may try 4 just to make it more full, and that way it's not see-through. But it's a way to get rid of some of my mesh that I have back there. So I haven't been buying, in fact, Walmart doesn't carry much mesh anymore. But I've been buying all my mesh from Craft Outlet. And then I just got some from the Deco Exchange, so much higher quality mesh, but sometimes it's thin also. I do use, some mesh from Hobby Lobby, but I just know that whenever I'm going to use that mesh, I'm going to use the whole roll. I'm not going to have any left over. I'm going to make sure that I go over it multiple times, go around this outside ring, go around the inside ring, and then I'm going to zigzag back and forth to make it more full. I'm going to use either ruffles or curls in there, and also to provide, more fullness to it, so that it's not, I always look at my wreaths, I don't want them to be see-through. So something happened. Did I lose my feed? Something happened on my computer. I'm not knowing. Is anybody out there? Did I get lost? Says I have 14 people. I don't know, for some reason on my computer it just showed me that I needed to play my own video, so I'm not sure what's going on. Let's try it again. If all else fails, go back out, come back in, right? So anyway, so let's try that. I'm going to make a couple more purple because I know that I'm going to use purple multiple times. So Susan, did I lose it? Did it go dead? Still here? Okay. Computer, I'm not a techie. So I have no idea. Thanks for watching. I know this is probably sometimes a little scatterbrained. I'm sorry, but this goes to show you that anybody can do this. You don't have to be skilled at crafts. I would have never thought I could do anything. But I found for myself actually that I've underestimated myself many times because I didn't think I could be a nurse either. So, and lo and behold, I went to school and became a nurse. So I guess I decided that if I could do that, I could probably do anything. So I watched some videos and I practiced and I took things out. In fact, just the other day I made a bow and I think I took it out 3 times. I was so aggravated trying to get it to look the way I wanted it to look. Bows have been a challenge for me. I normally don't have as much problems. I'm usually not very happy with my bows, but thanks, Susan. But I think I try and get the same like type ribbons as far as the texture of them, because you can use your Easy Bow Maker. That's gonna fall on the floor. That's okay. So anyway, you use your Easy Bow Maker. I love this thing. It's got numbers on it, and like I went to the 6 for all of my stuff, and I had my black and white there, and then I had my red and white, and then I mean, all of a sudden my black and white looked huge, like it was like inches bigger than the red and white. and it just didn't look very good, you know, it just didn't look positional, or, you know, as far as that. So then I took it apart and I did it again, and I did it 2 more times, and finally I just realized that I was going to have to make it a little bit smaller because of the type of material that the ribbon was, you know, so it kind of made me aggravated, but, you know, you've got to do what you got to do. So it ended up turning out okay. In fact, I think it was that. No, it wasn't that one. It was actually the one on the Valentine's wreath, actually. I came down here and I spent hours, and I came upstairs and I told my husband, I said, you're not going to believe this, but I've been down here this whole time working on this bow the whole time. So I probably need to go upstairs and let my dogs in. 1, 2. So I get another one out of there. Just want to make sure. So use your scissors, cell phone, whatever you have to hold down your mesh to keep your lines so that, you know, it stays where you want it. Said sometimes I'm too particular. Some people just whiz right through that. I don't. I try it because then that's when I feel like I have the problems and everything doesn't roll right. So hi dear. So what time is it? Not time for you to get off work yet. So I thought this green would go, this lime kind of greenish color. I'm just going to even it up. I'm not going to get very many out of this one. There's not a whole lot left on here. So I'm going to even it up. Yeah, my goal, goal for Make Better Bows. You know, and I'm not even, I mean, I really like the Easy Bow Maker. I'm not sure that really getting the Pro Bow by hand is really going to make a difference. The only thing I think I would like is the fluff box. I think that would make a difference for me, is to get the fluff box so that I could attach my bow and not hold it in one hand and try and fluff with the other. So I think that's probably what I would like to do, is get that. So alright, I'm going to cut this one and then I'm going to go upstairs and let my dogs out. Sorry guys. If you have to leave, I understand. It won't take me that long to let them out, or let them back in, but I need to let them in because they're out there barking up a storm and it's probably getting cold. So my one little one will probably be ready to come in. So I'll be right back. I wish I had music to play for you, but I don't. Sorry. I'll be right back. Thanks guys. Get off of there. Come on. Get away from there. Your paws are dirty. Get down on your blanket. I'm up by the heater. Alright guys. Sorry. Thanks for waiting. I appreciate it. So I'm going to cut a couple more, or one or more of these. And like I said, it's just sitting back there. It's not really going to be a big deal if I cut too many, because I think I'm probably going to end up doing this method with the rest of this leftover mesh. So if I have more, then I will just use it for another one. And if I was more organized, I probably would have cut them all together. So and then with the bows, I never can remember what style bow I'm doing. Like they say the terry bow or the, I don't even know. Could you see the Valentine's one that I did? The one that's hanging up? Sure. Is this the one you're referring to? It's got the Be Mine. This is the bow that I redid multiple times. So I'm hoping to be on the Bow Sunday this week so that I can maybe practice. Thank you, Marianne. I appreciate it. I think it turned out pretty good too myself. I'm pretty happy with that one. Isn't that funny how we just get one in that we really love? Well, thank you. I thought it finally turned out. I was finally happy with it, somewhat. So we do like a Bow Sunday, and they were talking about how you can put some of your bows, or some of your tails up at the top, and then some of them at the bottom, and I have not mastered that at all. But I would like to, because I think that's where I struggle, that I have too many tails on the bottom, and not enough spread out on the top. So that's one thing I'm going to get probably some old ribbon this Sunday when we have our Bow Sunday, and I'm going to practice that whenever they do it. So I'm just going to grab some Dollar Tree ribbon that I have left over or something, and practice that method, because like I said, I think that's where I mess up, because all my tails are like right in here. I think that would have been good if they were spread out. So I'm going to give it a little bit more dimension, you know, and diversity, and just some color, you know, different color everywhere, so all the color's not at the bottom. So has anybody else mastered that one? How is it, MJ? Nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Thanks. Glad you stopped by. Where are you from? Tell me where you're from. Anybody else expecting bad weather, or is it just me in Illinois and New York? I know New York's getting some. We have some friends that used to live up in Liverpool. They're actually, my husband's friend, he actually did move to, I do believe he lives in North Carolina now, but he still has family up there. So, and my husband's family is in New Jersey. He has several family over in the New Jersey, right across from New York. Trying to think of the town. What's the town that your uncle lives in again that we used to go to? I can't remember. And Bill and Jean live there, and so we've spent some summers or some vacations out in New Jersey. It's fun. We were out there right after 9/11 and right before 9/11, so. Snow country. Yeah, we live in snow country too. I don't know if that's really a town, but it's finally melting just in time for us to get some more. So I'll take snow over ice, though. I don't know about you guys, but I would definitely have just snow rather than ice. So it's so hard to see, like you said, that one of our friends here, her husband fell, you know. So I'm just afraid to death that somebody's going to break something, definitely. So I've got purple, this lime green, and what other? Pink. What do you think? Pink's one of them. Oh, I have a few more of that in there. Let's see, pink and white, I do believe. I thought I had yellow, but let me see. I may just cut, this one's not even on a roll, so I may just cut that one up. And then I have this pink, like ombre, or not really ombre, I guess maybe it is ombre. It's multi, like dark pink, like pink, white. So I might try that. So anyway, so I mean, the thing of it is that there's just, snow is much better than freezing rain. I agree. My car doesn't, I don't like to drive in that either. Do not like to drive in it. So, one thing, whenever it's not on a roll, and I don't know why the roll came out, it's kind of harder to work with. So, and this shirt catches everything. So, I need more space. More space. I don't even know if a she shed would be appropriate. So I don't think, I have enough room down here. I need somebody to come down and say, this is how you need to set it up. You know, they need to see me work. And then they need to say, okay, well, this is where you need this and this is where you need that in order to maximize your space and maximize your, you know, back and forth movements and things. Not that I don't mind moving, it's not that, it's just clutter. I can't work well in clutter, so I'm constantly straightening up and moving and trying to figure out where to put stuff that I've already cut because I don't have any room. So, oh, thank you, MJ, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Is anybody else a part of Lori's success groups or Wreath therapy on steroids? That's a name, isn't it? It's about what we are. Some days I can come down here. I can come down here and spend hours. I mean, like go to bed 2 o'clock in the morning and then get up and go to work. It's not a big deal. So other days, you know, I can't, but I do it a lot. Come down here and I just get going. It's just so relaxing. I'm feeling so wide awake. And I usually don't even have a problem getting up in the morning either, but sometimes, you know, you just can't stop. You just gotta keep going, or you just get another thought in your mind and you want to do that. And so this yellow is definitely going to be probably my challenge. We already know what we're having for supper tonight. We're calling out for pizza. So I need to go grocery shopping because if we do get that bad weather, I have some brownies I can make. I have nothing. You must be in the South. Well, I live in Illinois, lower Illinois. I don't live near Chicago. I'm like 5 hours from Chicago, 4 to 5 hours from Chicago. So I'm closer to St. Louis, Missouri. So, but thank you. I appreciate that. So it's funny how people think we have an accent, and but it's nice. That's what makes the world go round. We're all different. We all don't sound the same. We all don't look the same. We all don't create the same, right? That's what makes it unique. It's what makes this business work. We support each other, willing to help each other. I mean, that's awesome. So, while I love these shirts, everything gets caught on them, and I'm in my basement, so I do not like to wear short sleeves down here because it's a little chilly. We do have a heater that we use down here, but I don't know if that's heavy enough. I need something heavy to stick on here to help hold this down. And I still don't have, does anybody else use, I was going to Google that too. I need a caddy for my tools that doesn't have holes in it, because all the caddies that I bought, some were from Dollar Tree, some were from Walmart, they all have slits in them, and everything just gets caught in the slits. So I seen, Brenda, today I watched one of her videos, I think it was from either earlier today or last night. She made an Easter wreath. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. It was a square one. Makes me want to get out and do the square one, but she also got mesh from Pottery Barn. Not Pottery Barn, but Old Time Pottery, and it's like green and yellow. It's the fabric mesh. It's so cute, and I'm like, I'm not kidding. I got to get to Old Time Pottery this weekend. I just have to. So, but anyway, and she had one. Hers was white, and it was oblong, and it turned. And then Lori's got one. It's multicolored. It's round. And I'm just like, where did they find them? Maybe Bath and Body. I don't know where you would find them. So, Just home from the hospital. Oh my goodness, covering from, oh my goodness. Those respiratory things can get a hold of you. You take your meds. I'm an RN. You take those meds like you're supposed to. Are you on nebulizer treatments or anything? Did they send you home on nebulizer treatments? Steroids? Are you on any prednisone? You need to take those meds. Those lung infections, especially this time of the year, get a hold of people and just really, really hang on, you know. Don't go out in the cold. Make sure you wear a scarf around your mouth. I know people think I'm crazy, but I'm telling you, breathing in that cold air is not good. Hi, Danielle. How are you, dear? Thanks for watching. You can share my page if you like. Wreath Addiction RN. I used to work with Danielle. In fact, when I told you that I wasn't a nurse very long, Danielle was one of the people who trained me as a CNA way back in 2009. I'm sure she loves me telling that little story. Anyway, I had a good trainer. She trained me at Heritage, it used to be called Heritage Manor in Staunton, Illinois. We worked together. And she's a very good CNA. She should go on to be a nurse. So... but you have to have good people in your life to get you where you're going, you know, to get you through and give you support. Always had good support. People supported me. I even went back to work there while I was in LPN school for a little while. So, Amazon, huh? You're having your brother make you a wooden one? That's a thought. Thanks, Danielle. I'm good. I have some vacation time, so I'm really good. Enjoying that. You know, you just kind of need to have a reload, a reboot. And even though I come down here and work on these through the week sometimes, it's good to have some time off. So I just had time off in December, but I was crazy with the holidays. Trying to get, you know, Christmas bought, wrapped, figure out who's going where, all that good stuff. So, where are you working at now? Like, I seen that you were selling some of your other uniforms. You said you went somewhere different. So, where are you at now? I'm going to have to look on Amazon. That's another favorite place of mine, too. So, I think I'm going to be able to get maybe one more of these without it being too terribly curly. So, let's see. So I'm cutting these at 11 inches, and then I'm going to do the poof curl method. And it's going to be an Easter wreath. That's what I'm using, or spring, whichever. Depends on the sign that I find to go with it. So you still have, I bet you do if you were in the hospital. It's kind of hard to get rid of that, get that stuff down if you're sick. I have still like some snow stuff up. I was going to take it down today and I just never made it. I decided to come down here instead. It's always easier, funner putting it up than it is taking it down, I think. So weren't you there before? Isn't that where I saw you when I first started working for Heartland? Weren't you at Jerseyville then? Did you go back there? Is that right? I think I saw you there, but I think you left or you were working as, maybe you were doing agency. That might have been it. Jerseyville's a nice place. Well, that's good. You have to like where you work. Take care of yourself, MJ. Don't forget to follow what the doctor's orders are. Oh, that was Willow. Oh, okay. So there's an, oh, is it new? Because there didn't used to be anything across from the fairgrounds. Is that what you said? Is it a new place? I didn't know there was a place across from the fairgrounds. Is that down from like Curry, the old Curry Ice and Coal? I used to work there. I used to do a lot of things. I used to be a truck driver recruiter, people. Just to hire truck drivers. So I'm not going to use that. Done a little bit of everything. Used to be a in-home daycare. I used to have a license to do in-home daycare. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you haven't announced who you are and where you live, please do so. Like and share my page, Wreath Addiction RN. I'd greatly appreciate it. Just getting on here and really don't have anything planned. I'm just kind of got some ideas of some wreaths to do. I'll show you the one I made earlier if anybody else has just hopped on. It's not done with the sign. I'm waiting on the glue to dry on the sign before I put it on, but I'll post a picture of it when it gets done. Let's see, so I don't spill anything, which may be an impossible task. So this is what I finished up today. This is made with Dollar Tree mesh. I haven't been in Carlinville a while. I'll have to drive by there and see where that's at. So anyway, this is made off of 2 candy cane wreath forms. So we just hooked them together. I don't know if you can see the zip ties over here, but we hooked them together. My husband did it for me, actually. And then I'm going to place a sign here and possibly put some more ribbon, different ribbon in here, make a bow possibly. I haven't really decided. This is the first time that I've placed a sign on a wreath that didn't have the mesh covering this. So I'm going to see how it looks, but I think it's going to fit in there just fine. I have the long hearts that are going to go here, and they've been glued together. So one says welcome, and then the other one has XXO on them at the bottom, and then there's some different colored ones in the center. So I think it's going to turn out really cute. There's about 6 to 8 bundles in each section, and I did 2 different ribbons, the white with the hearts, and then just the plain red, and then in between each of those is just one bundle without any ribbon. Because you can't really, sometimes you can't really see the ribbon anyway. If you get too much ribbon, then you can't see anything. It's just kind of a lot in there. So I try to space it out a little bit so that it's, maybe I should have done some maybe white ribbon. I don't know, but it'll work. It's something. So white might have been good, but I really didn't have anything white that I wanted to use that was only 1.5 inch. So. And I didn't even think about the smaller ribbon that I bought at Dollar Tree until when we were talking about it. So anyway, so this is what I made. So you're from Southern Illinois. Are you guys going to get some snow? Because Danielle and I live near each other, and we're going to get some ice or snow, I do believe. Danielle, do you have to work this weekend in the bad weather? I'm off, so I'm hoping that we don't get it because I really do need to go shop. I want to go to Old Time Pottery. We need to get some food in this house, that's for sure. If nothing else, I need to go to Sam's and get some. Sam's has the best frozen pies, and it's just Members Mark apple pie. Oh my gosh, I bought a couple of those. They come in a 2-pack, and oh my gosh, they were delicious, and they cook really nice. I don't think they were that expensive either, because I try not to buy expensive pies. But they were really good. But I do have a box of brownies I can make. Oh, you have to work this weekend. Be safe, okay? Please, please, please be safe. That road going from here to Jerseyville. Oh, you're in Jerseyville. For some reason, I was thinking Carlinville. What was I thinking? So you're in Jerseyville. Fairgrounds in Jerseyville. I don't even know if I know where those are. Think about that. I was thinking Carlinville for some reason, Danielle. My brain is, 54 years old. It's not thinking correctly. So, you're probably wondering what the heck I was talking about. Laugh out loud, right? Anyway, but yeah, that 2-lane, those are all 2-lane roads going there. It's not going to be fun. It's one thing I didn't like about working at Carlinville when I worked there, because that road always drifted so bad. What we have to worry about in this farm country is snow drifts. Lots of snow drifts. So again, I use my utensils here, my tools, to help steady things up. So I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to do another poof curl and see if we can't add it to that one and see how it looks. I probably should do a white, though. We'll see. I don't know if I'll use white. So this is the poof curl. What did I do with my board, do you think? Oh, there it is. It's almost 6 o'clock, I guess. My husband's calling me. He's going to be on his way home soon. You might want to check the internet to see that I'm on a live, right? Anyway. So, and I've been on here for a while, so people are probably getting a little bored. But anyway, so I'm going to take this. Ooh, this one much better. Isn't that crazy how some work better than others? I don't understand that. Of course, now I ruined it because I got caught on that. But this one started off much better. I really need to watch that video again, how she took those off of there, because that doesn't really... Well, she always makes everything look so easy. Lori Jacobs. Sorry. But when you've been doing it as long as she has, it probably is easy. I just thought this would make it easier. I don't know. So then you're going to reopen this curl here and place this one on top of it. And redo it. And then come over to this side and do this one. Let's see, this didn't work because you want this on the bottom, and some of it's on the bottom and some of it's not. So let's see if I can get it that way. And then you take it out. It's not really going to work that well. We'll see how it looks. And poof out your curl. So we'll see. We shall see. Thanks, Danielle. You have a good night, dear. You stay warm and be safe, okay? Be safe. Be safe. Yep, I'm probably going to be hopping off here too because my husband's going to be coming home. It's nice chatting with you too, Danielle. So basically you're going to go all the way around. the main thing of it is you want to keep your opening to the back. So that's probably the hardest part that I have. It's keeping the opening to the back. Probably going to end up redoing that pink one because I'm not going to like it. Let's see if it's on. Like I said, Lori always makes this method look so easy, and hers always turn out so cute, and it could be my mesh very possibly too, so we'll see. But I do need to cut some white. Maybe. I'll cut one at least and see if I want to do white. So anyway, I mean, this is what I was telling you though, that, you know, you just, being creative is what you make of it. You do not have to have a set thing. You just keep trial and error. Maybe ask somebody else if they've done what you're thinking about, because chances are somebody has. But it can always be your own creation. You do not have to go against what somebody else does. I'm sure somebody else has done this before, which is fine. My mesh roller, or my cutter, is not very sharp. For some reason this thing keeps turning. I don't like that. Pick up my stuff. Alright, so we're going to go to the 11 mark. And then I'm going to go to 22. And some of this stuff can be, may have even actually been from Craft Outlet, I don't know. Some of it probably is, some of it probably is not. This one feels like a little bit heavier of a mesh, so it probably was, possibly. So, usually between 5 and 6 inches. I try and make the curl part. And it's possible I could take these off and do every other one, like purple, white, pink, white. Because I got a couple of rolls of white back there, so that's a possibility. So that kind of, you know, irrigates. I don't know. I'm just trying to see how it looks. And no matter what you do, you're going to end up with, you know, probably 2 colors on top of each other that are going to be the same. So. Definitely going to need some filler. Filler, filler, filler. Lots of filler. Some people are really good about just dreaming this up in their mind, going to the, it's not even, that's what I hate about that, going to their notebooks, figuring out yardage, what they need, how long to make them, where they're going to place them, how that's going to look. I'm not that good. I think Lori does a live on Friday nights, doesn't she? Like at 9 o'clock? I don't even know. I'm kind of feel like I said I'm out of the loop because I didn't got to do anything. Last weekend was crazy. While I was home all weekend, it still just was down here getting things lined out, cleaning up, rearranging. I think that it might work having white in between all of them. We'll see. And actually, I did think about doing, this one thought I had, I remember thinking about it while I was sleeping, is doing a roll of all colors, and then on top of that doing a roll of white, and then on top of that doing a roll of color. That would be kind of neat. So who knows, guys, what this may end up turning it to look like. Who knows? I just wanted to see. I may be taking it apart and just getting everything cut and figuring it out. That'd be kind of neat, though. Doing a whole roll of white in the center, and then doing the colors on top of that. Might be something. Anybody have any thoughts? Open for suggestions. Anybody ever used this method before? See, because now I'm at the purple, so I would have to do pink again, but it's very thin. Definitely going to require some filler. It's going to require probably some more curls. I don't know. I may have to do some more video and look and see if anybody has done any ruffles in there. I don't know. Maybe it might need 4 layers. 2 layers on this one and then 2 layers. Hey, cut it out. I'm going to start playing now. So I appreciate everybody watching. As soon as I get the heart one done, I will post some pictures on my page. It's been a while, so you can't say. So, I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to fiddle around with it, but it's definitely a thought that's in my mind. So, I think I'm going to probably do the colors on the bottom and then do a roll white. I think that's exactly where I'm going to go with it. I just don't know if I'm going to do 4, like do it on top of each other so it's a little fuller. It's definitely going to need that. I just want to make sure it looks good. You know, just because it's full doesn't mean it's pretty. So, I just want to make sure that you get it, you know, full and pretty. So, and then ribbon. So, and I have lots of different Easter and spring ribbon that I'm going to put on here. So, I thank everybody for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for liking and sharing my page and my live video. Watch for when I go live. I don't have my bot set up yet. That's another thing I have to do. But I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you so much. You guys have a safe weekend. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night. Bye.